Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. Welcome back to another episode of Wrangler. It is Friday morning here with the Mooney family, and basically where we left off last time. Well, actually, do we even want to dive into that right away? I don't know. Right now, Wyatt is attempting to train Mando to up his jumping skill. At the moment, let's actually just take a look at what his jumping skill is because I don't remember. He's at 3. Oh, that's actually really good. So I did learn that they have to be at least level 5. Oh, actually, the first thing I learned is that these are all level 10 skills. I thought they might be like level 5, but I'm actually so thrilled by this. Like, it's actually level 10. So there's a lot of progress to be made here. But Mando is currently level 3, and he does have to be level 5 to use the advanced jumping things here because I just added them and then I went to try to do it and he couldn't do it yet because he doesn't have the skill. So that makes perfect sense to me. Also last time, this is kind of a great opportunity to say that Mando won his very first award in a horse show. He won in the beginner difficulty 2nd place for show jumping, which is really, really great. I think Wyatt got like 150 simoleons for that because it was a certain number of simoleons to actually enter the competition in the first place, and then actually at least placing. There was a reward with that, so that was fantastic. So yeah, they're just practicing jumping. I also want to point out, if I can find the link, because sweet Rachel Ped gave me the link, look at Mando's eyes. I have new default eyes for the horses and it makes them look so much better. I think the horses look fantastic in this game as is. They did a great job, but the eyes look so good. I think Rach also gave me a default like skin overlay for horses. It just defines like their muscles and their tone and everything a lot more. I don't have it in my game because I just personally didn't really like how it looked, especially with my reshade. It all depends on what your setup is, right? But it's beautiful. People are already making custom content for horses and it looks really good. So it is Friday. Let's jump over and check out Levi actually really quick because he is inside. Now remember, I mentioned last time that they have a regular nanny. So this is Eden. She was called over to help out with Levi while Wyatt trains with Mando because, of course, Ava's in school for another couple of hours. So you might be seeing a lot of Eden. Again, she's a like lifelong family friend at this point. That's what I'm thinking. I think that she has maybe nannied for, well, maybe she nannied for Ava when she was really little too. So Ava's what, 8? So, I mean, she's been around this family through everything. Almost a decade. That's a really long time. But I just wanted to point that out. Levi is not by himself. He is with somebody. But yeah, it is Friday. There aren't really any specific plans for Friday, but tomorrow there is the Hey Now Festival, and Wyatt decided that he was going to just bring Ava. Now, I want to explain why. Remember last episode, Ava was expressing a lot of just feelings of being left out, right? She really misses her dad. She gets really jealous of her baby brother because he needs a lot more attention, a lot more like one-on-one time. And Wyatt is so busy with, I'll say, running the ranch, i.e. taking care of like literally Bean, our little goat, and then Mando, our horse. But he's really busy. He's got to do a lot of like the community jobs and stuff. He's out of the house a lot and it's really difficult for him. Hence why he's been leaning on Eden to really kind of watch Levi so he can do these things during the day. And that way he can spend more time with Ava. So that is why he is bringing Ava alone to the Hey Now Festival so they can just have some like daddy-daughter time. They don't get a lot of it, and he wanted to try to put forth a greater effort to create that time for them. So that'll be really nice. But then also in the evening, after they have a great day, he was invited over to Ellie-Mae's because she wanted to show him her little like nectary setup. And he's really curious because if you also recall from last episode, it's not Roberto Crinkletop, who, by the way, has some lore. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he's got some lore going on in this game now. Just look it up if you haven't seen it. Anyway, Dawn, who is a lifelong family friend of Wyatt and like his family when his parents were around, Dawn reached out to him and said, hey, I've got a cool business opportunity for you working with kind of a newcomer to Chestnut Ridge. And even though I'll say business opportunity, but again, it's more of just like you can help out with the business and more so in the capacity of being a liaison kind of thing. Because, you know, Wyatt is from Chestnut Ridge. He obviously knows this world very, very well, knows a lot of the people. He is a well-known member of the community, and it could really help build up this business with Ellie-Mae. So they met briefly. They went to the Oak Barrel Saloon. They, did some cowpoke. They had some nectar and kind of talked about it briefly. But Wyatt hasn't really had a chance to get to know Ellie-Mae in any capacity. They were pleasant with one another, and that's pretty much it. So he's a little bit nervous, but also super curious to kind of learn more, because I asked this question on the last episode as well. Like, why do we think that Dawn is putting forth this effort to really get Ellie-Mae set up? You know what I mean? And Wyatt was kind of wondering that too. He's like, why are we being so supportive of a newcomer? And I explained that it's not that they don't like newcomers to Chestnut Ridge. Like, they love people coming here and enhancing aspects of the community, right? It's more of like, why is Dawn specifically focused on this, and why is he pushing to get Wyatt involved, you know? And Wyatt's also feeling, he's just very curious about Ellie-Mae, because he's like, you know, she's got some gall, she's got some gumption to just like move to a new world and try to kickstart a business and ingrain herself in a community. Like, it's admirable to him. And he's really curious to just learn more about why. Like, why is she doing that? Can we just take a second? Our little Ava Bean brought a friend home from school. I'm so happy. I've mentioned, I think in like maybe the first or second episode, I can't recall, but like, she doesn't have a ton of friends in school. She just like really doesn't fit in. But look at this gal. This is Dahlia Howe. And this is actually, I'm pretty sure she's a sim in my save file. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she is. I can't remember. But she met her at school. She invited her over. They don't seem to have like a super high friendship level or anything right now, but I think that Ava's kind of like, she's kind of like taking the plunge a little bit. She's just like, I'm going to invite someone over and I'm just going to see how it goes, and hopefully they like what I like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's so funny. They're both little black-haired angels. Like, look at our Ava. She's so cute. And Dahlia is so cute too. I mean, she looks skeptical about what, you know, she's talking about right now. What is she talking about? Telling a make-believe story. And look at them joke around. I mean, I don't know if it's going well. Yeah, it is. It's fine. They're fine. This is super cute. You know, kids don't have enough to do together, so when kids interact in The Sims 4, I get very excited. It's dinner time, and it looks like Dahlia is actually staying for dinner too. Ava, though, like, Wyatt's just like, hi, Dahlia. It's great to meet you. Are you a friend of Ava Bean's at school? She's like, Dad, don't call me Ava Bean in front of her. Like, look at how grumpy she is. She's like, don't embarrass me. It's actually super cute. Her little grumpy face. But no, real talk though, Ava's actually, she's stressed out right now. So even though she wants Dahlia to be her friend, hence why she invited her over, and she's trying to like find common interests and everything, Ava's stressed with strangers from her clingy childhood phase. Clingy Sims don't like expanding their social circle beyond parents and caregivers. Oh, you poor Ava. She's so torn. She's like, I still just want all my dad's attention, and I want to have friends because it makes me feel better, but also I'm really nervous about having friends. Like, poor Ava. She's going through a phase, you know? She really is. I think she's going to talk to Dahlia about her sibling. I think she's going to talk about Levi when she comes back from cleaning her plate, and she's just like, yeah, my baby brother is upstairs. He goes to bed earlier though. Like, we won't have to deal with him. And Wyatt kind of gave her like the side eye as she went into the kitchen, into the bathroom there. She's like, Ava, come on now. You can't be mean when talking about your brother. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be nice. You can't be so rude. He's still your brother. You still have to be nice when talking about him and everything. But they just finished dinner, so I'm actually gonna have Wyatt, I think, clean up as well. Levi is already in bed. The nanny put him to bed super early. I feel like it's gonna be a very, very early morning for Levi, and that means a very, very, very early morning for Wyatt. I had to think of his name. Gosh, wow. I really had to think of his name there. That was dangerous. Like, I kind of forgot. But I want them to play Don't Wake the Yeti here. I want them to play together. I think that would be kind of nice. Ava loves this game. She gets very competitive over it, actually. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But in the interim, Wyatt here is going to clean up and kind of get ready for dinner. He didn't really have a for bed. He didn't have a super eventful day. He was training with Mando. I don't think he gained any skill. He got really worn out quickly. He's over here. Where is he? Oh, he's socializing with Bean. Oh, can I just make him clean? Hold on. I don't want to clean Bean. I hate when I say that. I don't want to. You can buy animal clothing for them? Can I do it for the goats? You can't. Oh my gosh. I thought that would have been nice cross-pack compatibility. I'm just saying. But look at him. He's socializing with Bean. Oh. It happened. I've been waiting to see that happen in my game, and it finally did. Oh, poor Bean. Look at our girl just having fun with Dahlia, and look, she wants to become friends with her. She does. She does. This is good for her. You know what I mean? And their relationship has gotten a little bit better. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's better. And I think they can talk while they play this game. I'm not sure, but Wyatt is getting super, super, super tired, and he is just really not with it right now. He just had to take care of Bean because Bean was, absolutely disgusting. So I think he's going to come upstairs and he's just going to tell Ava, like, it's time for Dahlia to go home. It's getting a little bit late. Want to make sure she gets home safe before it's too dark. You want to basically get her home before the sun sets. Do you remember as a kid? Okay, if you're my age, okay. And it was just like, just get home before the street lights come on, or just get home before it gets dark. You know what I mean? Like that. That's what I remember as a kid. Oh no, and Ava did lose. Look at Dahlia's so happy. All right, I do want to ask to leave. Oh, she's already okay. I guess she is already leaving, according to the game. I guess we'll see about that. I don't know. We're just going to basically say that that's what Wyatt came in here to say. He's going to be like, all right, Dahlia's got to get home, Ava Bean, and we've got to get, you've got to get to bed. You didn't even get your homework done. We might have to do it first thing in the morning, which is really not great, having to do her homework first thing in the morning. So I think he is going to, I guess he can't technically ask her to leave. I don't know. She'll go eventually, right? Like, that's how it works. Dahlia did finally go home, and it's about 9 o'clock, so Wyatt is getting Ava into bed. He doesn't always tuck her in like this, but she asked him to tonight. She's like, Daddy, Papa Doodle, will you tuck me in? And he's like, of course, Baby Bean. Oh, Baby Bean, that just like came out of me. Oh, it's between Ava Bean and Baby Bean. Oh, precious freaking children. Right, Levi's also still asleep. We're gonna turn on the mobile here because I want to make sure he stays asleep, though. I think he's gonna, oh no, he's so fully rested and it's 9 p.m. Oh, Wyatt is gonna pass out. Oh no, he's gonna pass out in 10 minutes. This is really bad. It is Saturday morning, well, afternoon still. They had a very late start. Time flies in The Sims sometimes, but look what he made. He made some chocolate chip pancakes to start off the day. If you guys are wondering, I did just install some food mods. Let me just tell you really quickly. So there's Oni's food mod, right? Oni's recipe pack right here. And you can cook, you can bake things. There's anime food. I've got drinks, lunchbox things, desserts, meals, stuff like that. So there's avocado egg toast that I chose. You could bake a gingerbread cupcake or an ice bear cake. There is a little lunchbox with salmon pinwheels, which I thought was kind of nice. Maybe we can give that to Ava. There's also fried bacon and eggs and a pink donut. But then I also have Granny's old cookbook. Now, you guys probably know of these mods already. These aren't new, but I just wanted some different foods in the game as well, specifically for kiddos and stuff. So I've got the Granny's food mod as well, Granny's cookbook. We've got stuff for Spooky Day and things like that, which I thought was really fun. And then I've got some other meals like peanut butter jelly sandwiches, something really simple for the kids. Chicken and waffles, because heck yes. We got a 3-cheese pizza as well. And then we also have some barbecue, some smoked brisket, which I think is one of Wyatt's specialty recipes. I'm just saying. We also have breakfast, so we've got strawberry pancakes and chocolate chip pancakes. And this is, of course, based off of Wyatt's cooking skill as well. I think his cooking skill, it's not very high, right? Oh, it's actually, never mind, it's at level 7. So maybe it's not entirely based on that. But anyway, he made chocolate chip pancakes to start off the day, and now him and Ava are going to be going to the Hey Now Festival for the afternoon. Then he is going to be heading over to Ellie-Mae's to take a look at her little nectary setup. Hey, we're here. And Ava is just getting down. She's not really doing the cowpoke. She's kind of just doing her own thing, which, is totally fine. But Wyatt was doing the cowpoke, and Justice Flint actually showed up too. And he's like, man, it's so good to see you. It's so great to see you. And hey, Ava Bean, how you doing? She's like, I'm doing good, Mr. Flint. Also, we're going to get bold here. We're going to do the howdy introduction to Gideon Harris over there because he's just over by his lonesome playing chess. And I think Ava's just oh my God, she likes dancing. Does Ava like dancing? Evangeline seems to be having a good time on the dance floor. Should she gain the likes dancing preference? Actually, yes. I think she should. Thank you very much. I think she absolutely should. That sounds lovely. I don't know, there's a few other people here too. It looks like Oriel Perez just introduced herself to everybody. And Justice is like, dude, let's take a picture. I love this. It's just pure friendship. It just makes me so happy. Bye. That makes me really happy. Ava's just making a friend with Gideon over here. Now, I did notice that that what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. I'm like, it's really bad, you guys. I keep forgetting her name. Sienna. She's around here somewhere. Where did she go? She's like, yeah, she's like right here. I was gonna say she was at the festival, but now she's on her way. Oh, look, Coach Eyes is here. Everybody's here. Everybody's having a good old time. I don't know. I really like this little festival ground. I was gonna bring Mando too to do like some horse training and stuff, but I just didn't think. I don't know. It's not the setting. You know, he's here for Ava though. Of course, Ava seems to be just like making friends with all the kids that are here, which is totally fine. Like, it's completely fine. She needs to make friends. So I think that Wyatt is kind of just like, you know what? I'm just glad that she's being a little bit more social. I'm glad that she's having a good time. And I think he's really just not worried about it at that point. So he's just gonna like cowpoke dance. He's just gonna have a good time by himself. He's really just gonna kind of enjoy his time. He's chatting with Oriel Perez here anyway, just, you know, someone else in the neighborhood, if you will. And Ava's having a great time. And you know, it's, as a parent, I'm not a parent myself, okay? But as a parent, I could understand maybe a few things that might be going on here. Like Wyatt is like, you know, well, I planned this special day to like go out with my kiddo and really spend some time with her, make sure that she knew that she was loved and that dad wants to spend time with her and all this stuff. But at the same time, if she starts kind of breaking out of her shell, which she doesn't normally do, and like meeting some other kids and trying to be social and just like making friends and stuff like that, you kind of have to put that aside just a little bit. You know what I mean? You kind of have to put that aside and just be like, you know, I'm just going to have a good time myself then. I'm glad that my kid is spreading her wings a little bit more and making friends and stepping outside of her comfort zone and stuff like that. And I think she's also saying hi to Coach Eyes here as well because he showed up. I think Wyatt is as well. Oh, that is a weird little bro hug that you had going on there. That's cute. All right, glad you guys are having a good time. And we have arrived at Ellie-Mae's. I am really excited for Ellie-Mae's place because this was a build that I put up on the channel earlier this week as well. It is a converted barn, like loft thing. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. I'll put it in the top right hand side of the screen for you to look at. But basically, she's got like a little studio apartment up on the second floor. And then she's got like 2 stables down here for her horses. So she's got 2 horses, Ellie-Mae. She's got Penny, and then she has Midnight. They are absolutely beautiful. Like Midnight kind of has my whole heart, but I think like look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Midnight's eyes are so pretty. And then this is Penny over here. Penny's also beautiful, beautiful green eyes. And Ellie-Mae, as I make us sick by moving so fast, also has a doggo. Look it. This is Betsy. Who is an Australian Shepherd, I believe. You know, very energetic dog to have on a ranch. But you can see her setup here is like really cool. So we haven't even said hi to her yet, so don't worry about it. But I just want to show you guys this. Unfortunately, the way that I built this, Betty can't go upstairs. Betty is more of a barn dog, so she's got a bed down here. But this is where Ellie-Mae makes her nectar, literally just right here in the stables. I mean, I guess that's fine. I don't know. It looks like she's been really busy. She's got barrels. She's got tons of bottles like ready to go. And she also has this place out here to entertain. You know, she's got like the new grill. She's got like hitching posts out here for people to ride their horses over. She's got a radio out here. You know, it's just kind of like a little party place. And I'm thinking that she's thinking this is a great place to like host nectar tastings and stuff just out of her home. I mean, she's got the space for it. This barn is just perfect for all of those needs. So anyway, Wyatt is here and he is just gonna kind of like mosey on over and he's like, wow, this is a really cool place. And look who's calling right as he shows up. Okay, so Dawn, first and foremost, let's actually kind of play with this a little bit. Look at that. Dawn's got a crush on Knox. What? Dawn, you old, dirty, dirty dog. I think Knox is pretty cute too, and I think you should ask him out. But real talk, we're just, for the purposes of the story, I think Dawn is just giving him a call. He's like, hey, like, did you make it over to Miss Ellie-Mae's? And he's like, yeah, Dawn, you know, I just got here. I'm about to make my way in and say hello, so don't worry about it. He's like, all right, cool, you know, just let me know how it goes. It's like, Dawn is really like, he's really he's really into this. He really wants this to happen. So whatever. We're just going to say yes, go for it for the purposes of the actual prompt. But Wyatt's going to come over and he is going to say hello to Ellie-Mae. I want to choose an appropriate an appropriate thing for this because they're not like friends. They're not, it's nothing like that. But I'm wondering if we can just kind of do like small talk and we're not going to brag about our ranch. That seems a little out of character. We'll get to know her a little bit because we really don't know her that well, like at all. We just met her at the saloon and that's about it. And then she just invited him over. So we'll ask about her day and stuff too. And I think we'll also compliment her house, like just kind of be like, yeah, you've got like this is a really, really cool place. You know, this is really neat. But I know she's also hanging out with Betsy right now. Wyatt he just took a seat on the freaking rocking chair. Dude, could you just like come over here? I know she's a little bit busy right now, but can you just like wander over, please? like I just need you to cooperate for like 5 seconds. That's all. Just cooperate a little tiny bit. So Wyatt's just like, hey, you know, this is a really cool place, and she's like, thanks so much. You know, I appreciate that. Can I just kind of cut right to the chase? And he's like, sure. Like, what's going on? She's like, look, I know Don set this up. All right. Like, I know that he really wanted us to meet, and I have nothing against you. You seem like a great guy. You seem really nice. I know that you're from Chestnut Ridge and all this stuff. Please ignore the fact that the horse just peed behind them. I can't cope with this. I can't cope with this stuff at all. But yeah, she's like, I know that he basically kind of got us together to talk about this stuff, but I really don't need help with this. I appreciate your willingness to help. I really do, but I don't need a helping hand to get this off the ground. I'm perfectly capable of doing this with myself, like for myself. Like I can just do this myself. I don't necessarily need you to help me out. And Wyatt's super taken aback. He's like, I don't know this woman. Like, I was doing this as kind of a favor to Dawn, and I don't know like her relationship to Dawn. I don't know what's really going on, but this has kind of put me in a super awkward situation, you know? It's made him feel really, really odd. He's like, well, I have no doubt that you could do this on your own. You know, I was kind of just doing this as a favor to Dawn. He's a longtime family friend. And she cuts him off, and she's like, it's fine. I don't need your help. I just don't need your help, okay? I appreciate you coming here. I know I invited you here. I wanted you to kind of see the setup and everything. But I was really just doing it because I felt really pressured because we were in front of Dawn and I didn't know what else to do. And he's like, listen, I don't know you very well. Like I said, I was doing this as a favor for a longtime family friend. I don't really appreciate my time being wasted. You know, I didn't have to come over here. If you wanted to do this on your own, you could have just said so. And they're blatantly arguing at her table, at her house right now. And she's just like, you know what? I appreciate you. I do. Maybe we can see each other again. Maybe we'll get to know each other more. Maybe I'll just see you around town. I don't know. But I just wanted to just be upfront with you. I didn't want to just like waste your time anymore. And I'm sorry if I wasted it by inviting you over in the first place. And he's like, well, you know, to be fair, Miss Holt, like you should have thought about this. You know, I've got kids at home and everything. I appreciate you inviting me over. It was great to see your horses. You know, they're beautiful. If you ever need help with them and like training them, not that you need it, just let me know. And she's like, okay, great. It would be great if you would leave now. Wyatt has shown up at the Rusty Horseshoe. This build was built by the lovely Chrissy. If you have not gone to see all of her builds and checked out her channel, you should. You really should. But he is at the Rusty Horseshoe right now. I haven't touched this lot, by the way. This is exactly how it shipped with the pack. It's stunning. I love it. Right. Wyatt is here. He's pissed. He's absolutely pissed off. Like, look at his freaking face. He's so mad. He's so grumpy pants. As he should be. He actually has a moodlet right now. No-win scenario from both sides losing an argument. Why can't they understand? No amount of logic and passion could move your foe. That's a bit dramatic for the conversation that they just had, but he's pissed. He's like, why? Like this, what? Like she's an adult woman. Like, why did she even waste my time? Like, why did she do this just to kind of appease Dawn? Like, and why did Dawn try to push this if she clearly didn't want it? Like, did he know that she didn't want to work with somebody? She seemed like really stressed out over this in the first place. Like, why did she even invite me over? Like, what is she doing? Like, why is this happening? Why have I been put in this position? Like, he just has so many questions. So he called Dawn, who also seems to be pissed off. Like, what the heck? Everyone's just angry. And he's just like, Don, I got to talk to you about Ellie-Mae and basically what went down. I really gotta chat with you about this because I'm really not happy about it. I'm not happy about what just happened. Don's like, hey, my boy, like just just tell me all about it. Like what happened? And look, he wants to literally shove him. He's so mad. Wyatt is so mad. He never gets mad like this. He never gets this angry. He's so pissed. That really kind of set him off. That really set him off. I don't know. It really pissed him off. But he's just like, look, he's like, I just want to show you some things. He's like, when I left Ellie-Mae's, because I went over to check out her, setup and everything. He's like, I took notes in my little notes app on my phone, and like, I just needed to remember what she said because she got so pissed, man. Like, Dawn, she got really, really angry that I was even there. She got really pissed. She said that she didn't need my help, that she didn't want me there, that she really just did this as a favor. And Dawn kind of, he's like, oh man, like look, Wyatt, I was trying to do her a favor, and I guess I should have really run it by you before I kind of set you guys up in that way, Like, he's like, I guess I should have really talked about this more. So Ellie-Mae is... Oh, speaking of, look who showed up and then left. I think she literally left when she saw Wyatt. This game's killing me. Can we... All right, pause. Right, I had to just like have them take a breather for a second because nothing was going right for me. Okay, I just needed a break. But he's like, Don's like, look, Ellie-Mae, she's a special gal to me. I don't want to speak about her business, so I don't want to really kind of say too much. But Wyatt, my boy, you really do deserve to know a little bit more. But I thought it might be a good match. She can be very stubborn. I think she needs help, even though she's not willing to say it. Look who showed up again! Are you joking? Get out! Get out of here! I'm so angry. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. And Wyatt's like, Dawn, she seems to have a grasp on things. And he's like, I know. Let me grab a drink. I'll be right back. And Wyatt's like, what the hell is going on? Like, literally, what the hell is going on? Why is this happening to me? So you know what? He's just gonna like chill out and he's gonna roast a marshmallow over here. He's just hanging out outside of the nightclub. He's not here to get a drink. He's not here to have, a good time. He really just wanted to meet up with Dawn and talk about this, but it seems like Dawn isn't gonna give him any information. Seems like everything is just like unraveling out of nowhere, and Wyatt's like, what? Like, what is happening? Why is this going? He even dropped his marshmallow. Like, the man can't have a win right now. He really can't. Wyatt is finally home. He got home a few hours ago, but he had to get the kids to bed. He had to like take care of his own needs, get Mando situated. Mando's actually gotten to a point where he can go graze on the prairie grass, which is super nice because it cuts down on our costs for hay. Anyway, let's just chat about the absolute cluster that was his entire day. I mean, the Hey Now Festival was fine. He got to spend some time with Ava, and it looks like she's really trying to like break out of her shell. She's trying to meet other kids and just make friends, and I don't know, I think she felt more confident to do that because her dad was around. So I don't know, that's kind of a good sign. They had a good time at the festival. He met up with a few of his friends who happened to be there and everything. Poor man's exhausted. But then he went over to Ellie-Mae's and she basically was just like, I invited you here because of Don, because he was there with us. I didn't want to like disappoint him. I wanted to like kind of entertain this until I could tell you that it's not something I really wanted to do. Like, I don't need your help type thing. She was really, really put off by Wyatt offering the help that he was asked to give. And it was super confusing to him because he knows nothing. Dawn, who he met up with after, was just like, she's really special to me. I can't really disclose much else because I don't want to speak for her, which is a little bit weird. And he was just like, I thought it would be a good idea. I just thought it would be positive. She can be very stubborn. I think she still needs the help, but if she says she doesn't need it, I guess I don't know where to go from there. And Wyatt's just like, what? Like, the absolute whiplash of that entire afternoon. He's just so confused. He's like, I don't even know this woman. And she was so pissed and basically like kicked me out of her house. Like, he's like, I was showing up to do a favor for her. And she was not rude, but she was just very standoffish and just very, very not respectful of like his time and what he was offering. Like he doesn't need the ego boost. You know what I mean? Like Wyatt's not sitting there being like, well, I have so much to offer her. Why doesn't she want my help? Like that's not his MO. That's like not what he's talking about. And that's not what's angering him. I almost lost my voice there. That's not what's bothering him. What's bothering him is that she couldn't have explained this to him prior, that she seems to have like tiptoed around everybody's feelings and then just like dropped this in his lap. And he's just like, this is not, like, I don't have time for this, you know, like he doesn't have time to deal with this kind of stuff. It's not something that he would typically go out of his way to do in the first place. He just felt like he owed Dawn. And it seems like Ellie-Mae felt like she owed Dawn as well. So there's something going on and we just don't quite know what it is. It's Sunday morning. It's a cloudy fall day. It's the first day of fall, by the way, which is kind of exciting. But Ava just woke up her dad. She's like, Dad, it's so late. Like, get up. He's like, oh God, Ava Bean, I'm so sorry. I had such a late night. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'll get breakfast coming pretty soon. And she looks pretty down in the dumps. So he's just like, come on, baby, give me a hug. Come on. But she's a little bit down in the dumps just because she's freaking hungry. So let's just feed this family. let's just get everybody fed here. I'm just gonna put the food. Yeah, we've got some eggs and toast, thankfully. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plop that out here. Ava's gonna grab a bite to eat here, and I think that he's gonna grab Levi, who's still upstairs. Like he's having such a late start. I don't know. Yesterday afternoon, like last night, really just threw him for a loop. I think Mando's upset right now too. He's uncomfortable because his fun is poor. Well, buddy, like you've got a ball right here. Can you go deal with it? We're going to deal with his fun afterwards. I just can't cope. He's going to grab Levi, toss him in his high chair. We got to get the kids fed. We got to get this day started. I mean, this is our typical routine, you know, but it's rough on the weekends because you don't have any nanny help usually, unless it's like a special event. We do have to do some like training today, some horse training and stuff with Mando as well, which is fine. I don't know. Let's give him some peanut butter puffs, I think. Yeah, we're going to give him some peanut butter puffs. He likes those, so that'll help us out. Ava just finished her breakfast. And I think what she's going to do, because she didn't do it on Friday, just so she's prepared, she's going to go ahead and breeze through her homework actually this morning. Apparently sitting down in front of the sink, because that makes all the sense in the world. Thank you so much, Sims. I love you. Thank you. Great. Yes. And we're just going to see what this day has in store for this family, because honestly, I'm like emotionally drained from what happened yesterday with Ellie-Mae. Like that is just not, it's not what was expected. Like Wyatt was curious and he was actually kind of excited to get to know her. And now he's like really turned off by the whole thing. He's like, I don't know if I want to hear from this woman again. Like, what do I care? Like, what, like, literally, what do I care? I don't hope she fails or anything, but like, why do I care about what happens with her business at this point? Like literally just good luck. It's kind of a gross first day of fall. It's a little bit rainy, but that is not going to stop Wyatt from training with Mando today, because he kind of has to. Like, they have to keep training. It looks like he's getting so close to leveling up in, what is that, agility, I think it is? Let me see. This is a little bit odd. So I will say, I kind of wish there was, even though I appreciate this very much in regards to checking the horse's skills, I think it would be really cool if there was another way to check them faster without opening up the profile. I don't have the solution, but that's just a thought. Anyway, he is almost level 4 in agility. So this is really good because it's basically how quickly and easily they can move. They'll be better at those horse barrels in completing certain community jobs and performing in the barrel racing competitions if the skill is higher. So I want him to get to level 4 because he's really close anyway. I think that's great. I am going to cheat up Wyatt's energy a little tiny bit because honestly, he just needs more energy to do the stuff and things. It's just driving me a little bit nuts. Levi and Ava are fine. They are actually currently with the nanny. So Wyatt did call the nanny over today because he's really just got to grind out some of this training. It's time consuming. Yay, level 4. Okay, yay. Okay. You become less fatigued and perform better when using horse barrels. Thank you so much. Also, Ava is feeling great. She's feeling very confident lately. I think after making like all those friends and her dad really encouraging her and spending more time with her, she's got a confidence gain. The most important person believes in Evangeline herself. And that's true. She's actually practicing piano right now. She loves piano. She just kind of picked that up recently. So since Mando's level 4 in barrel racing, I think what we're going to do is we are going to do a quick community job. So let's just find that silly little board. Where is it? I think it's right near Ellie-Mae's actually, which is kind of funny. Isn't it like over here? Where's this board? There it is. It's over here. Okay. Right. There it is. So let's actually go ahead and check out the community jobs here. So we can do a few more at this point because of Mando's skills, I think. So he can actually teach barrel racing. It will increase the horse riding and agility skills, as well as payout. There's endurance. Oh, so this is, now I'm realizing this. I might be a little bit slow on the uptake here, but I'm realizing that these different jobs will help with horse riding, as well as another skill for the horse. So guided noon trail rides will help with the endurance skill. We've got one that will help with temperament. We also have another for endurance, agility, and temperament. Okay, that's fine. I think what we're going to do is, I don't know how long these are. Maybe we should, I've changed my mind. Maybe we should save those for during the week when Ava's at school and stuff like that, and we could really dedicate the time. I think in the meantime, though, what we're going to do is I think we're actually going to go ahead and do another competition. So we're going to have to take a look at the board and see what competitions we can do with Mando. And while I say that, I'm just going to take a quick little screenie. Will this be the thumbnail? I don't know. I never know. I just kind of go with the flow. We're back at the Hey Now Equestrian Center. So, as a reminder, we've got different competitions we can enter. We've got barrel racing, endurance racing, show jumping, and Western pleasure. Then there's also the ultimate horse competition, which we absolutely cannot enter. I don't think we can enter that until we have placed in like all of these and climbed all of the ranks. Like, do you know what I mean? Like place at every single level. I don't exactly know yet, but I believe that's the case. So since we were practicing barrel racing, which is agility, we're going to enter the beginner barrel racing competition. So this is great. The recommended level for horse riding is 3. Of course, Wyatt's at 9. That's never going to be a concern. But what's really nice is we're recommended to have agility 3 and endurance 2 for Mando, and he's got agility 4 and endurance 3. So he's a level above the recommended in both skills, which I think is great. And Mando is in a, oh, I didn't even notice this. This horse is in a positive mood, which will slightly improve the chances of winning. I think that's great. So we're going to enter that. It's 100 simoleons. I don't see a problem with this. I think that he needs to get back on Mando, though, because he just tried to open his umbrella because it's raining. Hello? Okay, never mind. I guess we're just going to enter this competition separately. I guess that's what we're doing today. I don't know. I think we can also hear the noises of the competition. Just like bear with me here. I think. Hello? Maybe I'm lying. No noises for us today. Okay. Well, we didn't do as great as we did in our last competition. So we did place, which is great. We do get a prize. Remember, it was 100 simoleons to enter. We got a 200 simoleon prize. So we're up 100 simoleons. Whoop-de-doo, honestly. Barrel racing beginner will say victory. An admirable effort awards you 3rd place. You may not have taken the whole competition, but you put on a display with the crowd cheering your names. A few wobbling barrels stood between you and the top prize, so keep training and 1st place is on the horizon. So now we can participate in barrel racing intermediate, which I think is great. Now, as a reminder though as well, we cannot enter more than 1 competition a day, I don't believe. Let me just check. I don't remember the exact rules. Yeah, I don't think we can do it with the same horse. That's the problem. We can only do 1 competition per horse per day. If Wyatt had more horses, he could enter endless competitions. It doesn't matter for him as the sim. It just matters for the horse. So, I mean, he placed 3rd, which wasn't fantastic. It's not great. But we can at least do the intermediate competitions now. And you can see that the awards that your horses earn will actually show up here. Now, I'm wondering if you do place higher than what you've earned previously. Like, for example, if we were to do the show jumping competition again, if he got 1st place, would that replace this award showcase? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, would it show up as 1st place instead, so you can see all the highest accolades compared to just all accolades collected? That's kind of my question. I guess I don't really know yet because we haven't entered the same competition twice. But I think it doesn't say it, but I think that because Wyatt was kind of in a rough mood to begin with, like, maybe he didn't perform as well with Mando. Mando was in a great mood. He was fantastic, but Wyatt was kind of like not in a good mood at all. Since we're down here though, let's go ahead and we're going to take an energetic ride. We don't want a relaxed ride. We're not going to go with like a super intense ride. We just kind of want to have a nice little energetic, somewhat leisurely ride around just to kind of blow off some steam a little bit too. I think like Wyatt's mindset was just not just like not with it today. He was so distracted over what happened yesterday. He doesn't, like, I'll expand upon this too. Like, he does not get that angry over things. Ellie-Mae really got under his skin, but it's also kind of like pissing him off because he cannot stop thinking about her. And he doesn't know why. Like, it's kind of driving him nuts. He's like, I don't know why I'm thinking about this woman. She was kind of insufferable. The more he thinks about it, he gets like more and more angry. And he's like, she was kind of rude, wasted my time. Dawn's kind of frustrating me, but I can't stop thinking about her and it's driving me nuts. Like, it's driving him crazy. He doesn't know what to do. And on that note, I think this is where we're going to leave this episode. It was a little bit more chaotic. It was a little bit less structured, so I hope you all don't mind. I don't think it's as long as the other episodes have been. I'm trying to be more cognizant of like how long these episodes are. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post an episode. Bye.